Broadcasting more than 2,000 games live and archived in 15 sports in over 10 counties in western Pennsylvania, as well as being the exclusive home for all the WPIAL playoffs and championships for nearly 2 decades. Anytime, anywhere, always there. We are the new Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Welcome to coverage of WPIAL Basketball 2017-2018 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. High school basketball at tribhssn.triblive.com is sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, by AstroTurf, by Carlow University, proud sponsor of the 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs, and by Trib Total Media. Two teams who have won gold in the last 3 years, one a defending champ, get ready to collide for a second time this year in a Class 5A Section 2 battle as the Moon Tigers visit the Chartiers Valley Colts. Along with Ed Troup and Jessica Levo, our videographer, I'm Don Rebel. We welcome you to our continuing coverage of WPIAL Basketball 2018 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and our video stream Game of the Week. Moon, first ever 5A champs a year ago. They currently are 12-2, 4-1, and in second place in Section 2, a half game ahead of both Chartiers Valley and West Allegheny. The Colts are rather pedestrian 7-6 overall, but if the playoffs were to begin tonight, they would be once again part of the picture.
Yeah, Don, you're exactly right about that. And when you have Tim McConnell on your bench, you have a chance. The legendary coach for the Chartiers Valley Colts has his team so far this year coming in, as you mentioned, 7-6 overall, but okay in Section 2 play. 4-2 there so far this season. So a win here tonight at home against Moon. They can get to 5-2. That would knock Moon down to their second loss in section play. So key game here tonight for Chartiers Valley, where the Colts have been oh so good here in Collier Township.
Colts 3-2 in their last 5, but they have dropped 2 of 3, including a non-section pummeling by Mount Lebanon here at Char Valley in a non-section game this past Saturday.
Yep, coming into that game, too, here at home. They played that here at home last Saturday, 75-50. Pretty, game right there that they lost. Didn't really have control of early on. So I'm sure Tim McConnell here tonight got to get off to a fast start against Moon. 5-5 in their last 10 games as well, Don, are the Colts after starting the season 3-1. So a little shaky coming in, but a win here tonight against Moon can change that all around for the Colts.
He won a championship at Montour, and in his third year won a title here at Moon. Adam Kaufman, they lost a lot from that championship team a year ago, but the Tigers have won 12 of 14.
Yeah, 9-0 to start the season. Only 2 losses at Mars. Trinity at home against Trinity just a few weeks ago. 3-2 in their last 5 games. So Moon, with only 2 losses on the season, 2 of them coming in the last 5 games, Don. Pause for the playing of the national anthem. the playing of our national anthem here tonight from Chartiers Valley. But Dawn, just to go back to what we were talking about with the Moon Tigers, you said it, the defending Class 5A champions. Again, 3-2 in their last 5 games coming in after starting the season at 2-0. So I think tonight a little pivotal game for Adam Kaufman's squad here on the road. Tough environment to play. This is not an easy place to play here at Chartiers Valley. And let's face it, Char Valley Moon, they're rivals, not too far away from each other in Moon Township, out here near Bridgeville, Collier Township for Chartiers Valley. So they're going to get on here tonight. Great atmosphere. We're going to have a good one here tonight in Section 2.
About 10 minutes down the road on I-79 from Moon Township to the Collier Township area and Chartiers Valley High School. Starting lineups are being announced to the crowd here, a good-sized crowd at Chartiers Valley High School. Let's meet the starting 5 for Adam Kaufman's Tigers and Timmy McConnell's Colts.
Yeah, we'll start first for the Moon Tigers visiting here today. Starting 5 will look like this. At the point guard position, junior 6'2", Gianni Smith. Austin Ryan, junior 5'10". Connor Ryan, number 12, he's a junior 6'1". Nate D'Amico, senior 6'4", and Brady Sunday, a junior 6'3", rounds out the starting 5 for Moon. For Chartiers Valley, the Colts at home here tonight. Tyler Shaw, number 2, he's a junior 6 foot. Braden Reynolds, a freshman, 5'8", gets to start in Tim McConnell's lineup. Griffin Beatty, he's a sophomore, 6 foot, number 13. Number 21, Sean Banis, he's a sophomore, 6'2". And Joe Pipulo is a junior, he's 6'2". We'll see him at the shooting guard position tonight. So it's Pipulo, Banis, Beatty, Reynolds, Shaw for Chartiers Valley. And for Moon, again, it's Sunday, D'Amico, Connor Ryan, Austin Ryan, and Gianni Smith. Your starting lineups here tonight.
And Ed Troup, you also have our starting officials for this evening.
We got it all covered here tonight, Dawn. Our officials tonight are Brett Reeder, Mark Shaw, and Ron Giulianelli. There we go, Giulianelli. So Giulianelli, Shaw, and Riddler, your starting 3. I guess officials are starters, right? They're out there.
Yeah, you know what? As soon as I said starting officials, I thought, well, that doesn't make sense. But
they were having a good time. I was talking to all 3 of them before the start of tonight's game, and the one has the same haircut I do. We're both bald, so we had a good laugh with that. And we're ready to go, man. They know this is a big game here tonight in this section tonight, Dawn. And, again, tough atmosphere to play in for Moon on the road. I'll be interested to see how the Tigers respond here, especially early on.
Tigers, red tops, red shorts, white numerals, black trim, Chartiers Valley. White tops, white shorts, blue numerals, and the red and blue trim. And we are set to go and underway. Moon wins the toss, and it leads to a lay-in by Connor Ryan. Can't draw it up any better than that.
Smith wins the tip right over to Connor Ryan, and he's wide open, lays it off the glass for the early lead.
Reynolds left side will go far side here on our video action. Banis between the circles, uses up his dribble now to Tyler Shaw. Shaw left hand down the lane, hesitates on the blocks, window no good. Tip controlled by Reynolds, outside 3, no good by Banis.
Good defense by Brady Sunday too back there for Moon underneath.
3 launched far wing, no good by Connor Ryan of Moon. And the Colts quickly down the floor. High pass, Shaw handles it far corner. Pippolo, leading scorer for the Colts. To the free throw line, spin move. Now fade away off the back of the rim, no good.
We'll watch Brady Sunday here. Now it's twice defensively dominating underneath the glass. Gets a good offensive board that time on that trip down for the Moon Tigers. But he's a guy to watch here tonight. Don, 6'3" junior, had a great sophomore campaign from a year ago.
Sunday hands it off to Connor Ryan. Dribbles to the far ring, now lobs it to Smith. Quick pass, Sunday. Into the paint he goes. Corner pass to Austin Ryan.
And both Austin Ryan and Connor Ryan, they like to shoot the 3 ball from the outside, so watch them here tonight.
Very deliberate look on this possession for the Tigers. Runner in the paint, Gianni Smith up and in.
Gianni Smith, what a good move. Right in the paint to the left side. Little finger roll touch. Nothing but net, and Moon off and running here with an early lead.
Braden Reynolds between the circles. Pass deflected but controlled by Pippolo. Back to Reynolds, and he's called for the travel. Nobody near him, so one of those kind of turnovers that'll draw the ire of a coach.
Yeah, Braden Reynolds, only a freshman, Don, 5'8", point guard for Chartiers Valley. I think that says a lot and speaks volumes when you're only a freshman in Tim McConnell's lineup.
Smith, top of the key, Austin Ryan, dumps it off to Connor Ryan. Fakes from the top of the key. Now they swing it around the perimeter. Connor Ryan has it far wing. Lob into Sunday. Sunday power move to the paint, but a floor foul.
Well, again, Brady Sunday, a big frame, and of course I've talked about him often here early on in this first quarter, but you know, he's going to use his size to his advantage. And right now, that time at least, drew a foul. Moon will retain possession.
Banis the personal. First foul of the game. Gianni Smith, they leave him alone. He launches a three. Rim no good. Offensive rebound. Nathan D'Amico up and in.
And again, Moon, offensively, defensively here early on in the first quarter, dominating the board. Some strong rebounding by the Tigers.
And a travel called against Chartiers Valley's Tyler Shaw, and that'll get Shaw a bench, or seat on the bench. That's a couple of turnovers by Chartiers Valley, almost unfocused between the circles. Tim McConnell has little patience for that. Right corner three, launched and hit. Austin Ryan and the defending champs have jumped out to a 9-0 lead.
Now again, we're going to talk about it as the night goes on. Austin Ryan and Connor Ryan, both two big three-ball shooters for the Tigers.
A nice little backdoor cutter pass to Griffin Beatty, running that near baseline, lays it up and in, and the Colts on the board.
That's a big hoop for the Colts here early on, down 9-0, get on the board, see if they can do something defensively now.
Gianni Smith drives the right lane, collision with Banis, no whistle. They let him play. Ball loose, they call a jump ball, alternate possession to Chartiers Valley.
Good hustle, too, here early on by Jared Goldstrom. Again, the shooting guard off the bench, sophomore 5'8", goes in there, battles for that rebound, gets the benefit of the call, and there he goes racing down court to try to get open for the Colts.
Braden Reynolds dribbles to the far wing, now to Banis. Right side, it's Goldstrom. Good bounce pass underneath. Banis in traffic, double team. Kicks it out, open three. Reynolds good.
Textbook.
From the near wing.
Textbook. Reynolds had the look all the way. Nobody there defending for Moon, and nails the wide open shot. Just like that, back to a 4-point game, Don, with some big buckets by the Colts.
5 unanswered for the Colts. Cuts the lead to 4 after the Tigers open up with 9 in a row. Gianni Smith nowhere to go. Free throw line, takes a shot, no good. Colts appear to be allowing Gianni Smith that outside shot. Down the floor, 3, a brick, no good by Pipolo. Fast break, long pass intended for Austin Ryan. Off the mark, it'll be a turnover to the Colts.
Yeah, Moon trying to move quick in transition, and if I remember right from a year ago, they are a big-time transition type of basketball team. They like to get the ball down quick down the court, try to make the moves, get points quickly, and that time, though, just did not work out for Moon. Let's see if Chartiers Valley can take advantage as they're on a little mini 5-0 run here in this midway point of the first quarter.
Pipolo almost lost his dribble, gets it back, still with the dribble, right side. Drives, kick out. Banis work it eventually into the corner. Beatty. Now to Goldstrom. Trying to figure out this Moon defense. I don't know it's straight up man. Three-pointer good by Pipolo.
Boy, Pipolo open at the top of the key, takes it all the way, nothing but net. And we have a 1-point game, Don. 9-0 run by Moon to start the game now, an 8-0 run that Chartiers Valley is currently on. Connor
Ryan goes underneath the hoop, tried to kick it out toward the top of the key. Hit the back of the backboard, which is out of play.
So interesting you talk about the Moon defense. That's what I've been trying to figure out myself as well. It looks like man, but it's not. There's zone underneath as well because I think it's Sunday as well. You won't see him stay with his man. He kind of bounces out. It's almost like he's the only one in the zone and the other 4 in the man.
Well, I'm trying to see if it's a matchup zone or if they're going with a junk defense here with maybe a box and 1.
Now, if you watch Sunday underneath, he is clearly zoned, but the other 4 are staying with their man. Now Sunday's going to come out.
Very interesting. Colts, Beatty to Goldstrom. Chartiers Valley, undeterred, quick passes have led to some good looks. Pipolo, drive, stop, short jumper, no good. Rebound by the Tigers, Austin Ryan.
Now it looks like Moon wants to slow things down here a little bit, try to set something up offensively, and they'll do that with Smith, as they have not scored here probably the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Lob underneath over the head of Brady Sunday, tracking it down nicely. Austin Ryan, good pass to Sunday, who's going to be fouled and will shoot 2.
Again, Sunday goes underneath. Good bounce with the, as far as trying to look for a bounce pass. Doesn't see it, so he keeps it, goes up, draws the foul, and heads to the free throw line.
Griffin Beatty is first. And Sunday hits. One thing that has made these two coaches so successful is the flexibility. They don't have a system that everyone has to adhere to. They have certain things that they want to accomplish with each team as far as a system is concerned, but they're flexible to coach with what they have instead of jamming round pegs into square holes. Drive and a miss by Bannis, gets his own rebound back. Kick out, open 3, no good by Reynolds. Here come the Tigers. Austin Ryan, good pass to Sunday underneath, lays it up and in.
Sunday, a quick 4 points. You're exactly right, though, Don. Just to go back to your point, I'll get back to that in a second. Go ahead.
Pipolo misses the 3. Good save, or a save attempt by Bannis, but loses it out of bounds.
But when you have that type of system, you can play freshmen and sophomores into these basketball games. And we saw that last year with Moon. They were a very young team. A lot of those players back this year having a lot of success. We talked about the freshman in the lineup here tonight with Reynolds. He's only a freshman. So you can play some of those younger players into your system as they learn. Just to speak to your point from a little bit ago, and it's obviously been a success. I mean, when you talk about high school basketball, you've always talked about Chartiers Valley. Now, recently, Moon, and because of the work that Coach Kaufman's been doing so far this year, you can now put them into that conversation.
Certain principles, as there's a travel call with Connor Ryan, but sometimes you have to change and adjust. Like Tim McConnell, so many of his teams have been pressure teams, in your face. Pressure defense, maybe his zone traps, and yet, the last couple of years, they haven't had the depth or the personnel to do that, so they have adjusted. Goldstrom, corner to Beatty, drives left baseline, pass to Pipolo low. Pipolo, nice job to go get it, and then fouled from behind by Gianni Smith.
Yeah, Smith just a little bit too close there defensively for the Tigers, getting called with the foul. But how about this, Dawn? All 5 starters here in the first quarter, each with a bucket for Moon Tigers, all on the scoring sheet here. That's the way you're spreading the ball around, and Moon doing a good job of it here early on.
Colts trail. Colts lose it. Steal by Connor Ryan. Takes it the distance, and Ryan lays it up and in.
Connor Ryan, again, just like Austin Ryan as well. I'm going to talk about the two Ryans as we go throughout the game here. From a year ago, remember how impressive they were, especially defensively, and you've seen that here in the first quarter as well.
Good cutter, but one too many steps on the left baseline by Chartiers Valley's Jared Goldstrom. He cut to the hoop as Braden Reynolds was headed toward the corner. Good pass, but Goldstrom a little tied up as Moon didn't fall for it and cut off that far baseline.
Now, Moon, they came out with a pretty big punch here in the first quarter, went up 9-0 early. Colts came back, 8-0 run. And just like that, another 6-0 run by Moon. So very streaky first quarter, Dawn, between these two teams.
First quarter that's down to the final 15 seconds. Connor Ryan has Goldstrom on him. 7 seconds. Ryan still with the dribble out by half court. Got to do something. Char Valley looks to trap. Ryan, dish underneath, good one. Smith can't hit the runner as he was cutting across from far side to near side on the paint. And the first quarter ends. It is Moon 15, Chartiers Valley 8. It's WPIAL Basketball 2018 on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDrivesYou.
Carlo University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Don Rebel, Ed Troup, Jess Levo, Chartiers Valley High School. Moon leads Chartiers Valley 15-8. Tigers with the basketball to open up quarter number 2. Sunday in the paint, turnaround shot over Bannis, no good. Rebound Colts. Reynolds takes off left lane, fires off the glass, no good, but a foul, and he will shoot 2.
Braden Reynolds quick with the basketball to get towards the glass. Again, only a freshman, 5'8". And see what he does here from the free throw line, but a pretty quick move. And again, he's in this lineup for a reason. Coach McConnell's team, only a freshman. He makes the first free throw, but Don, we'll watch him throughout the night. I've seen a few freshmen in action in the last few weeks, and it's always interesting to see him at the varsity level, the maturity, what they can do on the court. I saw a good one last week, Spadafora for Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. He looked like a senior.
Reynolds hits them both. Ends a 6-0 run for the Tigers. Sunday, right blocks, nowhere to go, so he tried to force a pass to Connor Ryan on the near blocks, hit off a Colts defender's leg out of bounds to Moon.
Tigers averaging 66 points per game coming in, 50 given up. Chartiers Valley, 58 points per game, averaging offensively, and 57 defensively given up.
Smith coming down the right lane, drew traffic, had Sunday open, left blocks off his hands.
So you have a 16-point difference of your average between offense and defense for Moon, but only 1 point for Chartiers Valley difference, and hence why they're 7-6.
Yeah. Reynolds. Something tells me, though, they won't go quietly into the night in the postseason.
No doubt,
no matter what their record is.
Chartiers Valley, talk about high school basketball, man. They're always in the conversation, regardless of the record.
Pipolo's pass, trying to get it to Griffin Beatty, and he gets a box seat into row 1.
And just like last year, this year, this section with Mars, Moon, Chartiers Valley, West Allegheny having a pretty good year, at least in section play. They're 4-2, are the Indians. It's a tough section.
Shot by Connor Ryan, no good from the right elbow. Rebound, Chartiers Valley. Our old colleague, Johnny Lee, an assistant coach at West Allegheny.
I did not know that.
Yeah, helping turn things around for the Indians. He says it's a 1-year deal. We'll see.
I gotta go see Coach Lee sometime out there at Imperial.
Shot, rim, and it pops out for Pipolo, who's had a tough night. Great move down underneath the hoop, but couldn't get it to fall. They call a jump ball?
Yeah. Colts will retain possession. We can't.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Must have been. I mean, I thought it was a foul.
Basket good. Pipolo, and he'll go to the line to shoot a free throw.
Joe Pipolo, junior, 6'2", shooting guard for the Colts. He has 5 points in his basketball game so far. Again, good size at 6'2" for Chartiers Valley.
Misses the free throw, gets his own rebound. Ball loose on the floor, now picked up by Connor Ryan. He'll wait for numbers, gives it off to Smith. Back to Ryan, reset with Sunday.
I got to give credit to Chartiers Valley in this first half, Don. There's been a couple times where I really felt like Moon was going to come with a knockout punch.
Oh, a great pass Sunday to Gianni Smith. Puts it up and in from the near block, 17-12. Tigers, 5.5 left, second quarter.
But that knockout punch hasn't really been delivered because Chartiers Valley, they just keep chipping away at the lead. Now it's back to 5, but they've done a good job of staying in this basketball game, and a lot of it's been the work down here offensively. They're patient. Watch how patient they are with the basketball. Good. Tim McConnell's team's always very good at finding the open man, patient offenses, very good passing teams.
Both teams doing a nice job switching up on the screens. 3, no good by Beatty. Hit the back of the rim and just went thud. Tigers in the forecourt with Connor Ryan. Now Austin Ryan, near side. D'Amico gets it to Connor Ryan. Turnaround glass, that's old school, no good. Rebound Sunday, forces his way up and in between a pair of Colts.
Brady Sunday, again, just underneath, grinding away, using that big frame and keeping the ball alive. Nice kiss off the glass, and just like that, back up to a 7-point lead for the Tigers.
Rebound off the D'Amico miss. Reynolds working the far side of the floor. Goldstrom in the corner. Not a whole lot of room for the Colts offensively here this evening.
Yeah, Moon's doing a really good job of boxing everybody out in the paint and really forcing the Colts on the outside. And they're going to force a turnover, but forcing Chartiers Valley to play this game from outside the paint. And so far, it's worked to their advantage. They've held Chartiers Valley to 12 points in this first half, and they have the 7-point lead.
Under 4 minutes left first half. 7-point lead for the Tigers, who have the basketball, and a moving pick call coming up on D'Amico.
Yeah, D'Amico that time just getting in there for Moon. Right in front of the official, too. Easy call for them to make. He couldn't really hide that.
Slowly Reynolds up the floor. Goes to Tyler Shaw back in there. Shaw aggressively goes to the hole, misses the bunny. Rebound Sunday, foul, I think, on Shaw. Bolus was also there.
Yeah, Shaw, they got Shaw with the foul. It's his first. Not a lot of fouls being called in this first half, Dawn. A total of 7 so far. 4 against Moon, and that was only the 3rd foul against the Colts so far. So
yeah, pretty clean.
They're letting these teams play a little bit physical, but for the most part, and I think a lot of it has to do with the passing, too, that we're seeing a lot here,
Both teams working hard against good defenses. In the half court. Sunday, the kiss off the glass and in on the turnaround.
8 points for Sunday to lead all scorers so far in this basketball game.
Shaw to Bolus. Now Pipolo. Colts trying to get him going. Named Trib Live High School Sports Network Male Athlete of the Week 2 weeks ago, and a little fadeaway from the free throw line hits.
Yeah, Pipolo with that fadeaway J. Wow. Very nice move to take the open shot, just backtracks and gets the hoop.
Every Thursday, tribhssn.triblive.com, male and female athletes of the week. Outside it's Smith.
And you see Chartiers Valley, their defense here really done 3-2. And now we're going to get, a foul? Is that basket count?
Nope.
No.
Floor foul on Sunday before, so the Tigers will inbound. Called on Sean Bannis.
Yeah, I got not to interrupt you, but 2 defenders underneath, 3 on the outside for Chartiers Valley so far here in this first half. And again, they've taken a couple punches here from Moon, but for the most part, it's a 7-point game. They've come up with some nice defensive plays as well.
Foul line jumper short by Austin Ryan. Rebound by the Colts. Socrates Bolus. out there for Char Valley. Pipolo to Beatty, left baseline jumper, no good. Beatty fighting for that rebound, knocked it loose, but Moon gets it with Sunday on the court, able to keep it alive. 3-point launched. Ooh.
Yeah, that one,
Jones.
Yeah, Peyton Jones. Peyton Jones wants that one back. Maybe he could redeem himself on this possession.
Sunday.
Ooh.
Shot blocked. Rebound up and in, and he does redeem himself.
There you go, Peyton Jones. I couldn't find your name on the roster right away a little bit ago, but I found it there. Senior, 6'1". They have him designated as a captain here on my roster.
He went from Peyton's place on that three-pointer to Peyton Manning on the lay-in. Money.
Now they're breaking out Renegade maybe a little bit early here at Chartiers Valley. We'll see. I don't know. We appreciate it, though, but, second quarter, maybe get a little push here before halftime, force a turnover.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Hey, break it out anytime. But, hey, Don, so far, though, good game. I mean, we have a, 9-point lead here for Moon. But, again, the Tigers, they go up by 9, and that's about as close as they've gotten, right? Maybe 10. But then Chartiers Valley, they'll come back on a little bit of a run. 4-6-0 run, get themselves within 4 points. Both these teams, they just know each other so well. Section foes. Again, we talked about the rivalry, only 10 minutes really apart on Route 79. And they play that before Chartiers Valley's on defense, by the way. They're on offense. So they do not want to turn the ball over here. They want to get a score.
In need of some offense, down 9. Colts with the basketball. Good spin move. Bolus. Nowhere to go, though. Kicks it out. Reynolds underneath. Beatty again. Nowhere to go. When in trouble, Colts kick it out. That's natural.
Moon just so tough defensively underneath.
Pipolo one and done on the miss. Goebel on the drive. The big block by Griffin. Beatty out of bounds. Last touched by Beatty. It'll still be Moon basketball.
Yeah, Beatty pleading his case to the official, but he's going to lose that battle, saying it went off a Moon defender after the block. But Moon will retain possession. But good play defensively for Beatty. He's had a couple of those here in the first half for the Colts.
Drive, shot, window, no. Travel. Thought it might have been a shooting foul coming up, but Connor Ryan won too many steps.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a foul, maybe even a bucket if it would have went in. But nope, Travel's the call and the turnover, and here come the Colts with a little push here late in the first half. See if they can get it.
Trailing 23-14, we're down to 40 seconds left in the first half. Pipolo stops, kick out. Reynolds, with the dribble between the circles. Now wants to go down the lane. Lots of contact, and they'll call the foul on Gianni Smith.
Gianni Smith, I think, is that his second foul? We'll see what they put up here. Yep, second foul, team fifth.
He'll come out, and back in comes the sophomore Cameron Goebel.
You can just watch it right here. The Tigers underneath the paint, just so tough.
Inbound, Pipolo, good move, but again, can't get it to fall. The story of the night for him. Connor Ryan flying down the floor for Moon. Gets it to Goebel, reset with 17. Goebel to Ryan. Ryan out by half court with 11.
Now they're going to hold for the last shot here.
Connor Ryan. Top of the key with 3. Got to shoot. Austin Ryan for 3. Rim no good. And the first half in the books. With the score, Moon 23, Chartiers Valley 14. It's WPIAL Basketball 2018 on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
AstroTurf, a pioneer in sports surfacing, proudly supports high school athletics. Visit one of their 280 fields in the tri-state area to see their cutting-edge technology. AstroTurf's focus on R&D enables them to provide innovative surfaces that protect athletes and stand the test of time. AstroTurf now propels performance with iconic turf fields and legendary Record-Tan tracks. They manufacture, build, and maintain a full range of turf and track systems for total quality control. Learn more at astroturf.com.
Check out the new Trib Live High School Sports Network on social media this season. For breaking news, scores, pictures, videos, links to our articles, and more, follow us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle Trib Live HSSN. Get in the conversation on Facebook at facebook.com/TribLiveHSSN. And on our YouTube channel, you can find thousands of interviews with local student athletes and coaches, plus highlights and full games. The spot for Western Pennsylvania high school sports on social media this season is the new Trib Live High School Sports Network.
For a weekly in-depth look at boys and girls high school basketball in the district, log on to the WPIAL Round Ball Report every Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Join experts Chris Harlan, Sean Myers, and James Dotson for coaches' interviews and the latest hoops news around the WPIAL. Oh, and Don Rebel is back on the show as well. That's the WPIAL Round Ball Report, Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. While the weather outside may be frightful, the winter high school sports is delightful. That's here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Log on to the Trib, hssn.triblive.com for weekly audio and video coverage of boys and girls high school basketball, WPIAL wrestling, and PIHL high school hockey. The warmth and the glow of the winter sports season may be heard daily on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Check out the new and improved Trib Live High School Sports Network website every day. Log on to Trib, hssn.triblive.com for all the schedules, the scores, the standings, great articles, and features from around the WPIAL. And, of course, live and archived broadcasts. If you are a high school sports fan, the only website you will need is the new Trib Live High School Sports Network at tribhssn.triblive.com.
5A Section 2. And the Moon Tigers jumped out to a 9-0 lead and have led throughout as we have reached halftime. Moon 23, Chartiers Valley 14. Tim McConnell, as the teams were leaving the floor, a long discussion with the officials. So we can only guess what that was about. But tough sledding. Both teams really. I think both teams have, we've seen Moon have success in the transition. But as far as when both teams are in their half-court offense, I think both Moon and Char Valley have done a nice job with the half-court defense.
Yeah, they really have. And you know, I look at Moon really in that first half, too, Don, underneath in the paint defensively. I mean, they just have completely shut down Chartiers Valley underneath, and they've dominated the boards. They're getting the defensive rebounding. They're getting the offensive rebounding as well. So if there were two things at halftime, if I was Coach McConnell, what I'd be talking to my team is we got to step it up offensively underneath and really start to attack this Moon defense. And then offensively, we've got to start getting some boards. Give your team some second chances. Get those offensive rebounds. Kick it back out to your team and try to make something happen. Those are two parts here in the first half that I thought Moon has really dominated.
And if Joe Pipolo is less snake bit, I thought he worked hard to get some good looks, but ball just not falling in the first half. Let's find out. There aren't a whole lot of numbers, but what numbers there are. Scoring recap sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, powering the Stay Strong and Play On program with the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Yeah, Don, we'll start with the Moon Tigers. Leading all scorers here at the half is Brady Sunday. He had 4 points in the first, another 4 in the second for a total of 8 at the half. Right behind him is Connor Ryan with 4 points, Gianni Smith with 4 points. Chipping in 3 points, Austin Ryan, 2 points for Nate D'Amico, and also 2 points for Peyton Jones, who airballed that 3 but came back down, made a nice move, got a deuce off the glass. And those are your scoring leaders for Moon here at the half. Only 3 players on the scoring sheet for Chartiers Valley. That's another category that Coach McConnell is talking to his team. We got to get some more guys scoring here. Leading the Colts in scoring is Pipolo, Joe Pipolo at halftime. He has 7. He had 3 in the first and 4 in the second. And Braden Reynolds has 5 here at the half. He had 3 in the first, 2 in the second. And then only a 2-point bucket for Beatty. That was back in the first quarter for Griffin Beatty. That's it for the Colts. Scored by quarters so far. Moon 15 in the first, 8 in the second for a total of 23 at the half. Chartiers Valley 8 in the first, 6 in the second for a total of 14 at the half. That second quarter, 8-6, Moon outscores Chartiers Valley. That was a defensive, and again, not just because it's 8-6, we saw witness to it. Not a lot of scoring between these two teams in that second quarter, but really good defensive playing between the two teams.
These two teams met at Moon January 3rd. Moon jumped out to a 17-9 lead after one quarter, and that really was the difference, as both teams played pretty even after that.
Yeah, close game. January 3rd, a Wednesday night, 60-58. Moon defeated Char Valley at Moon. And last year, these two teams met 3 times.
Yep.
Moon was 2-1. Chartiers Valley actually won the first meeting here at Chartiers Valley, 57-55. So that was a low-scoring, defensive-type game, similar to what we're seeing here tonight between these two teams. And it was Chartiers Valley winning here on their home court, but then Moon won the next 2. They won at home 56-37. That wasn't even close. And then, of course, they won that WPIAL semifinal game 65-43. That game wasn't close either. So 2 blowouts for Moon last year. Chartiers Valley winning a close one here at home from a season ago. But that was last season. You erase the board. You start this year. Moon already 1 win against Chartiers Valley. They'll try to get the second one here tonight, and they're halfway there. And Tim McConnell's still working the officials, as you can see right in front of us here to start the second half. So I'm not sure if something happened there towards the end of the first half, Dawn, that is causing this conversation. Now, Coach Kaufman for Moon's out there too, so both coaches.
They called him over, but it's right now Tim McConnell doing all the talking. And it goes back to a play in the second quarter where the ball hit off one of the players, and it was rolled that it was Moon basketball, but I think it was on the Beatty block.
Yeah, that what I talked about, yeah.
Yeah, and Beatty, they said the ball hit off Beatty and went out of bounds. Maybe there was a call as far as something, if it hit the backboard or something, it was deemed dead, and Tim saying, no, it shouldn't have been, but he was animated then, and he continues to be animated about it.
We're getting a thumbs up from the official and a smile, and he's giving a thumbs up. So maybe there was a mid-fault in that conversation today. Hey, Coach, we missed it. We'll get it right next time. Who knows? But either way, points been made, I'm sure, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Coach McConnell's team, they need to worry more about offensive points than balls going out of bounds and being called incorrectly.
380 Discount Warehouse in Murraysville carries a full line of brand new furniture at discount pricing. Ed Troup gives it a thumbs up. 380 Discount Warehouse.
Love it.
Carries Ashley, Liberty, Von Bassett, and Best Home Furniture, and many more. You can special order your furniture at discount prices. While you're there, shop their many other departments, including tools, automotive, food, pet and wildlife, household goods, cleaning supplies, lawn and garden, seasonal holiday decorations, and more. Visit them on the web, shop380.com, or on the road, Route 380 in Murraysville, open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 to 5. Shop 380 Discount Warehouse and save big.
I was excited because I know when you come to do a broadcast with Don Rebel, the boss man here, you don't have to worry too much about that because you sent that out and said, hey, make sure you read this twice a game. I was going to print it up today. I was going to bring it for the broadcast, but I know I'm working with you. You got that covered. You got it here.
You are too trusting, my friend.
Even the commercial spots, everything was all ready to go. Well, nowadays, too, which is different from when we first started, is I can always bring up the email on the old iPhone here and just read the read.
Yeah,
live.
I could do that too. But I don't.
Well, I'm just saying,
I got limited things. I know there's so many things you could do with these things, but making phone calls, texting, that's probably about as far as I can go.
Those are the main things, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So
it is a phone, by the way.
It's a phone. Maybe answer an email or two.
No. I have a different email kind never used set up on it, then please don't ask me why.
Oh, boy.
All right. Here we go. Moon with the basketball to begin the second half, and they lead by 9. Connor Ryan on the near wing. He saw Adam Kaufman open. The ball deflected to Coach Kaufman.
Yeah. Boy, talk about Adam Kaufman. And I remember we talked to him a couple times last year doing some of these Moon games, and just really turning into being a great high school basketball coach. You talked about his title on tour, now the title here at Moon. Really just one of the premier top coaches in the WPIAL right now.
Early days success at Bishop Canevin.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had success everywhere he's gone.
Just a good guy to talk to as well. Real good guy.
Reynolds to the far wing, hands it off. Pipolo, they got to get him going.
Oh, turnover.
Pipolo stripped. Ball knocked out, but it comes right to Banis. Right side three around the rim and in by Braden Reynolds.
Reynolds give him 8 for the game. And good start for the Colts here in the second half. You prevent Moon from getting onto the scoreboard on their first offensive possession, and you hit a big 3 ball on the other end.
Sunday driving the left baseline, collides with Sean Banis, and an offensive foul is the call.
Jess Leva doing a great job updating the scores here. I'm watching her, learning. He's talking about iPhones. How about the laptop here and videoing and
she's the best.
Everything.
She's the best. Char Valley with the basketball now down 6. Reynolds wanted to go down that right lane. Instead pulls it out and fires a 3. And we got a hot hand. The freshman Braden Reynolds with a pair of trays.
Well, now you know why the freshman's in the lineup. He's now hit 3 threes in this basketball game here tonight. 1 back in the first, and now a pair to start out the third quarter. He's hot from the outside.
Drive, Gianni Smith. He comes up short. Oh, great job by Sean Banis. He got the ball after the air ball by Smith. He had his feet literally right in front of the baseline, was falling backwards, and he whips it off of Gianni Smith's leg, and the Colts retain possession. Well done. Left lane shot, no good by Pipolo. Continues to struggle. Quickly back, 3. Roston Ryan, no good from the near wing.
So far, the Colts stepping up defensively here. That was good defense underneath. They force Ryan to make a shot from the outside. Speaking of shots from the outside,
Sean Banis, far wing. And we're deadlocked at 23. Big start, third quarter for Chartiers Valley.
9-0 run by the Colts, and they all come from outside. 3 3 balls. Wow.
Sunday to Smith. Adam Kaufman decides no timeout yet.
I was waiting for it, and I was actually ready to see on the last possession. If Colts score there, we've got to get a TO, but Kaufman's going to let him go here.
Good work on the baseline. Reverse layup, though, no good by Connor Ryan.
Well, Don, we talked about it at halftime between these two teams. Last time they met, last time they met, a close game played out there at Moon, 60-58. The only game in which Char Valley won last year was a close contest as well. So keeping this close, they might have a chance. We'll see.
Wild shot, no good by Banis. Back the other way. Sunday collides with Banis, sends him flying, no call, and Sunday hits the short shot.
Nice job by Sunday. Defender in front of you after he bounces off you, right? Wide open shot.
Ends the 9-0 run, and a big 3 for Joe Pipolo. And if he gets hot, look out, Tigers.
4 3-pointers made by Chartiers Valley to start the third quarter. That's been it. No field goals inside the 3-point arc thus. But you don't need to, Dom, when you're hitting that from outside.
Colts down 9 at the half, now lead by 1. First lead of the game. Smith Top of the key, D'Amico long three, rim no good. Smith tips it, but tips it right to Socrates Bullis for Chartiers Valley. Pipolo across the timeline. Down the left lane, spin move, kick out three, on the way, good! Sean Banis, 5 3-pointers. Here to open up quarter number 3, and the Colts have taken the lead.
Incredible. You got Reynolds, who's hit 2 threes. Banis now has hit 2 threes, and then Pipolo, the other 3 ball. Coach McConnell, not sure what you told your team in the locker room or what maybe you gave them for a little halftime snack, but whatever it was, some Wheaties maybe, it's paid off to start off this third quarter. That's incredible from the outside. 5 threes, 15 points to start off the third quarter.
Well, Adam Kaufman can't be happy because a lot of those threes, Ed, are wide open on the far side of the floor.
Well, what did we talked about at halftime? What was Moon doing so well defensively in that first half? That was protecting the paint and forcing Chartiers Valley to shoot from the outside. The only difference now is they're making the shots. First half, they were missing a lot of shots from the outside, but red hot here in the third quarter to start things out, hitting 5 from the outside. Now for Moon, you got to get out of that game plan. You got to not worry about the paint so much, something you did so well in the first half. Here in the second half, start defending the outside.
(29-25). Now the Colts are going to come with a little full court pressure. Sunday to inbound, gets it to Gianni Smith, and the Colts will back off as Smith brings it across the timeline. Sunday, high post right side, good pass underneath, shot, good. Connor Ryan found himself directly underneath the hoop, little hook shot up and in.
Yeah, Connor Ryan, 6 points now in this game. Him and Sunday, the only two who have points here in the second half so far for the Tigers. That's something that needs to change for Coach Kaufman's team for sure.
Pipolo for 3, good.
You're kidding me. So you got Reynolds, Banis, and now Pipolo, all with 2 threes made, total of 6 for the Red Hot Colts.
6 of 6 in the third quarter. Drive by Connor Ryan, good.
Again, 8-6 was the score between these two teams as far as score by quarters in the second. They must have been waiting till the third quarter to score all their points.
It now might be a traditional 3 for Pipolo. He gets the bucket and the foul.
Pipolo with 15 points in this game, leading all scorers. And here in the third quarter, 8 points now, looking to add to it.
Boy, he has hit a switch. Not only is he trying for his third 3-pointer this quarter, but it was his passes on the two Banis threes and one of the threes thrown up by Braden Reynolds that freed them up. So he is just playing lights out right now. And we talked about in the first half, Ed, they needed to get him going. He is going big time.
Yeah. From the outside. And again, he had a 3 back in that first quarter, too.
Shaw back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, though. Connor Ryan put back good. Connor Ryan keeping the Tigers in the game right now.
Yeah, he has 10 points in this basketball game, 6 of which have come here in the third quarter. And yes, he's putting the Tigers on his back in 4-point game.
Yeah, 6 unanswered, 35-31. Pipolo guarded closely by Gianni Smith. Pipolo pulls up, jumper, rim, no good. Oh, he is human.
First missed shot of the second half.
Johnny Smith right side 3, good. Austin Ryan for the Tigers, down 1.
And Austin Ryan, a 3-ball back in the first quarter. Now he gets one here in the third. 1-point game.
Pipolo loses the ball, gets it back. Now to Banis.
Oh, nice move.
Bolus underneath, turnaround shot, no good. Griffin Beatty. Rebound by the Tigers, looking to regain the lead on this possession. Smith to Ryan. Ryan, kick out Sunday. Drives the paint. Sunday called for the travel.
Sunday just a little bit too aggressive underneath there. Got called with the walk. Again, right in front of the official. Can't hide that. Well, see what the Colts do here offensively as they come down. Try to set something up here. The last couple times down, Moon's done a better job defensively. Not there, though.
Reynolds broke free from his man, got some help, but a wide open Griffin Beatty on the near blocks lays it up and in.
Beatty with 4 in the contest.
Minute 10, wild third quarter. Tigers down 3 with the basketball. Austin Ryan for the tie. Brick no good.
And way off.
Beatty with the rebound. And it's Pipolo into the forecourt. Under a minute left. Pipolo. Crossover dribble. Pulls up just inside the top of the key. Miss. Rebound. Connor Ryan flying down the floor. Now pulls up.
I was going to say, if I was Moon here, Dawn, I'd drain a little bit of clock. Take a deep breath here. Try to find the open shot. Don't force anything here. You're down by 3 in a wild third quarter. Try to pull within 1 or even tie it before you start off the fourth quarter. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Colts willing to give that perimeter right now. Lob underneath the Sunday. Triple team shot no good.
Yeah, Sunday double teamed and really not a shot there. Needed to kick that back out, but wasn't able to do it.
12 seconds left as Reynolds crosses the timeline. The Pipolo in the paint, passes up a shot. They swing it around. Left corner, 3, no good by Beatty. Fight for the rebound will eat up the rest of the third quarter. Big third quarter for the hosts. They were down 9. They now lead by 3. It's Chartiers Valley 37, Moon 34. It's WPIAL basketball here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDrivesYou.
Carlo University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Hi, this is Josh Roundtree with the new Trib Live High School Sports Network's PIHL Power Play Show. This winter, myself and the coach, Kevin Zlemansky, will bring you the most comprehensive coverage of high school hockey in Western PA. Hey, Kevin, any suggestions on how we can pull it off?
We're not goons. We're not bullies. No matter what people say or do, we have to be ourselves.
Okay. Well, word is that you've been letting success go to your head a bit.
Okay, what I do is none of your business. Is that clear?
This should be a fun season. It's the PIHL Power Play Show every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on the new Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Big night tomorrow on the network. WPIAL Roundball Report at 6 o'clock. PIHL Power Play Show at 8 o'clock. And wrestling postseason begins. Team sectionals tomorrow night. TribHSSN.triblive.com.
Yeah, folks, make sure you tune into the hoop show there. You got to see the new studio, man. You got some nice surroundings to you there, Mr. Rebel, now with the team out there.
Well, we appreciate you, donating some of your salary for the new studio.
There you go. Well,
Very noble. Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't. Now I know where that extra dollar went to.
Pipolo, good drive, but the ball literally in and out, no good. Tigers' first possession, fourth quarter, 3 launched, missed. Short was Austin Ryan. Ball loose and a foul coming up. Down on the floor was Connor Ryan, and the foul whistled against Socrates Bullis, his first.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that third quarter for Chartiers Valley, shooting lights out from the outside. 6 threes in that third quarter. You had 2 by Pipolo, 2 by Banis, and 2 by Reynolds for a total of 23 points. They outscore Moon 23-11 in that third quarter. Big-time offense for the Colts.
Tigers basketball, 3 launched, good. Connor Ryan. And we're deadlocked at 37. By the way, that foul on Bolus, the first team foul for the Colts in the second half. Moon only has 2. Well, make it 3. As Reynolds was harassed out by half court. And it'll be the third foul on Brady Sunday. Neither team got into the bonus in the first half, so from that perspective, a well-played game by both teams. Right elbow shot, good. Joe Pipolo.
Pipolo with 18 points in this basketball game now to lead everyone after that huge 9-point third quarter.
39-37 Colts, shot no good by Connor Ryan, may have been deflected. Up the floor comes Reynolds for Char Valley. Pulls it back out. Now a switch on defense. Reynolds goes to Banis. Corner to Reynolds. Spin move. Reynolds floater, no good. Brady Sunday picks it out of the air and fouled by Braden Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds, the freshman. Again, we were watching him throughout this basketball game. We talked about in the pregame tonight, what could the freshman do for Chartiers Valley? Well, he's had a pretty good night. 11 points, including 3 threes from the outside for the Colts. And now defensively, of course, he gets called with that foul, but he's matched up pretty well against Smith so far tonight, only limiting Smith to 4 points, Don.
Yep, impressive. Connor Ryan launches a three and hits.
Oh, man, he's heating up.
He had 30 in the first meeting between these two teams, and that trade gives the Tigers a 1-point lead. Reynolds drive, high pass, good job by Bolus to pick it out of midair.
And speaking of Reynolds, he looks a little shaken up. He took a little bit of a dive with Ryan back there. They both hit the back of the padding behind the hoop. We'll have to see Reynolds here, and timeout taken by McConnell. We'll see if he stays out. He's definitely shaken up. You can see it on his face. $16 points for Connor Ryan, though, Don, for Moon. Both these teams now starting to shoot the three ball a little bit. Connor, a pair of threes here in this fourth quarter for a total of 16 in the game. By the way, those are his first 2 threes of the game. Austin Ryan has 6 in the game. He had a 3 ball in the first, 3 in the third. I talked about during the pregame to watch Austin Ryan and Connor Ryan. They shoot so well from the outside, but now Connor Ryan picking it up a pace with 2 threes to start out the fourth quarter and 16 for the game.
25th season here at Chartiers Valley for Timmy McConnell. I asked him, he was on the Roundball Report a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was last week, can't remember. But, no, it was 2 weeks ago. Asked him if the way society has changed in this last quarter century, if somebody of his mannerisms and his aggressiveness was to start coaching now, would it work? And he said no. I mean, yeah, he's been doing it long enough, has enough rings. It's just how it is. But he admits that the way society is, he called it soft, that coaches like him are a dying breed.
He's old school, right? He's caught our attention here a couple times tonight, and not that he's anything wrong, but just the yelling and getting out there. He's very emotional coach, man. He's aggressive, and it's definitely paid off, as you said. He has his team's attention, and whatever halftime adjustments were made, I'd be very curious to talk to Coach McConnell. If they hold on and win, we'll get the chance to do that. We'll have to wait and see. But whatever he told his team at halftime, Don, has definitely paid off here in the second half.
Well, he will get up in your face and give you what for. But, you know, he cares so much about these young men. And I think anybody who's played for them realizes that.
Absolutely, 100%.
It's listen to the message, not how it's being delivered. Missed by Reynolds, but he gets his own rebound for Char Valley as they trail by 1. Banis takes off left lane, stops on a dime, kicks it back out. Pipolo between the circles. 4:45 left, fourth quarter. Pipolo drive, shot, no, but a foul.
Oh.
Hit the floor hard. Gianni Smith with the personal.
Yeah, Pipolo gets that back up pretty quickly. Appears to be okay, but you could probably hear that in the background. Hit the back behind the paint, behind the hoop pretty hard, but he'll head to the free throw line to shoot.
Third foul on Smith, so both Gianni Smith and Brady Sunday on a night where there haven't been a lot of fouls, each with 3. Something to keep in mind. Pipolo hits, and we're deadlocked at 40.
And still, very clean played basketball game between these two teams. We have 6 total fouls here so far in the second half. 4 for Moon, 2 for Chartiers Valley. But much like the first half, Dawn, officials letting them play. And we really haven't seen anything out of the ordinary either between these two teams. It's been pretty clean.
They've earned the right to let them play, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Second free throw good. Colts by 1. 3 launch near wing. Rim no good.
Oh, what a rebound.
Connor Ryan came flying in, but a whistle. Let's see if Ryan went up over somebody.
You want to talk about crashing the boards, what they teach you on day 1 of basketball camp. Connor Ryan, that's a highlight reel. He came out of nowhere, leaped in, grabbed that basketball. But guilty of a foul, Peyton Jones for Moon.
Off the Austin Ryan miss. So the Colts with the basketball, 4:25 left in regulation, near steal by Connor Ryan, but Reynolds gets it back for Char Valley. Now Bullis to Pipolo, near wing. Pipolo sees an opening, stops, 10-footer, back of the rim, no good.
Nice
Rebound. Great job by Smith as he was falling to the floor to get rid of it.
Yeah, would have been called with a travel.
Hit the floor with the basketball, you will be whistled for the travel. Instead, he was able to get it to Connor Ryan as he fell. Now Smith has it far side. Give it off to Austin Ryan. Swinging around the perimeter. Connor Ryan underneath to Smith. Right blocks. Nowhere to go. Tries to force his way up. No, he gives it to Connor Ryan. Great work on the blocks, and he puts it up and in.
18 points for Connor Ryan. He talked about his 30 the first time they got together. He's trending towards that mark now, so it was a little bit more work to do, but impressive here in the second half.
Drive, layup, miss by Braden Reynolds. Back the other way. Smith, shot, good.
Just like that, the Moon Tigers a 3-point lead. I mean, this is the way this game's gone, hasn't it? Both teams just exchanging punches back and forth, and this has been a good one.
Steals Sunday, deflects it to Smith, layup, yes! And he is fouled.
3-point play opportunity. Gianni Smith, he was only held to 4 points I was talking about. We were giving mad props, if you will, to the freshman Braden Reynolds for limiting him only to 4. Smith must have hurt us because now he's at 4 points alone here in this fourth quarter. Starting to take over for the Moon Tigers and a chance for a 3-point play.
The junior, Gianni Smith, hits, and the lead is 6 for Moon. Just under 3 minutes left in regulation. We hope you're enjoying it. It's been a fun one. Banis in the corner. Spin move around Sunday. Puts it up, off the glass and in. Nice job by Sunday not to go after that. Could have picked up his 4th.
And Banis has had a solid 8 points here tonight. He had those 2 threes back in the third. That's a big bucket. Cut it to 4.
Connor Ryan, Austin Ryan. Gets it to Peyton Jones. Some good time off the bench for Jones for Adam Kaufman.
Smart move there by Connor Ryan. Nothing underneath. Brings it back out. Resets the offense.
They spread the floor. Gianni Smith.
A lot of players, Don, when they cut inside like that, they'll still go for the shot, but Smith smart to get rid of it.
Jones pass through the hands of Austin Ryan. Colts get it back. Minute 50 left. Banis hands it off to Reynolds. Back to Banis. Colts down 4. Pipolo. Way outside, launches a 3. No good. Rebound tracked down by Smith. Could have let that one go, but maybe thought it might have been deflected. So the Tigers have it. Minute 25 left in regulation. Remember, if you're going to want to get a team to the line, you better start fouling. That might be Tim McConnell, what he's yelling about.
Yeah, only, 3 team fouls?
Yeah, Connor Ryan just dribbling around. They got to foul somebody.
But Moon's not really letting it happen either.
No, they're just playing keep away.
Yeah, smart.
Yep. Boy, this is great basketball right now for Moon. Playing keep away. They got fouls to give. Finally, a reach in by Pipolo. With 53 seconds left, they killed almost a minute there.
Yeah, and, Chartiers Valley, I think especially in the latter half there we were talking about, they were trying to foul, but they just couldn't get – every time they were trying to double team to try to get in to make a foul, Moon's moving the ball to an open player.
Moon will call time. That is only the 4th team foul on Char Valley, so they need to foul 3 more times to get the Tigers to the line.
Now we've got, a 4-point game. Still a lot of time left. Well, you got about a minute left in this one. But how about Moon? After that third quarter, you get outscored 23-11. You're down by 3 to start off the fourth quarter. Really all the momentum in the world in favor of the Colts, especially here at home. Tigers, man, they came out, got some big 3 balls by Connor Ryan. And by the way, Connor Ryan, I was so impressed with him and Austin Ryan for that matter from a year ago. But Connor Ryan tonight defensively too, Dawn, crashing the boards, forcing turnovers, making big plays for the Tigers. He's the real deal for Moon.
Agree.
18 for the game. And he's only, a junior? Yep. Austin Ryan and Connor Ryan, both only juniors. Brady Sunday, only a junior. These guys were making plays as sophomores on that WPIAL championship game from a year ago. Team, not game, team. Well, they plays in the game too, but that championship team from a year ago, they made plays back then, and they're making plays here in 2018 as well. Got a foul immediately here, Dawn. You're right. You got some fouls to give.
That's why I was surprised so much time came off the clock before the foul. Nobody in foul trouble for the Colts. And they gave him barely any contact. They call Bolus with the foul.
Again, a good 6-7 seconds go off the clock. We're now just under 49 seconds to go.
I think that's what Adam Kaufman told the official. Don't assume there's going to be a hack. Need to get 2 more to get the Tigers on the line. There's a quick one as the inbound came to Connor Ryan.
And for Moon, you got the blueprint to a victory here on the road in front of you. Just make these free throws down the stretch and defend the 3. Chartiers Valley, they've shot the 3 so well, especially here in the second half. But none here in the fourth quarter. We've gone back to they have 2-4. They have 6 points total here in the fourth quarter. Just like what we saw, they only had 6 back in the second, 8 in the first. All the offense coming in the third frame.
And a good portion of those 23 third quarter points were behind the arc.
Yeah, and Moon is obviously here in the fourth quarter. They've made some adjustments. They have not let that open 3 ball happen as much as they did in that third quarter. You had to do something. They had to change up defensively, and they've done that here in the fourth quarter as Chartiers Valley 0 threes. It's been a good one, though, partner. I'm telling you, 4-point game, 47 seconds to go. Everything we thought we'd see in this Section 2 battle.
Expect a quick one here, and that will put the Tigers on the line. Well, Smith's got to get it in. He finally does.
Keep away.
They're in the backcourt, though, and that's smart. You have the whole court on the inbound. You can throw it into the backcourt, and normally you would think, okay, you want to get it across the timeline. You got 10 seconds to get it across the timeline. Char Valley doesn't have 10 seconds to give you. Right. So just sit back here and pass it back and forth.
Run some clock.
It was Pipolo on the personal, his second, that sends Connor Ryan to the line. 42.9 left, fourth quarter. First shot good.
9 points now in the fourth quarter for Connor Ryan. 19 for the game. And again, and he only had 4 points at halftime, so 15 coming here in the second half.
Misses the second, 5-point lead, 40 seconds left. Pipolo quickly down the floor. Behind the back dribble. With it, top of the key. Gets it to Reynolds for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound Sunday, rips it away from his teammate Connor Ryan. Gets it to Ryan. Ryan in the backcourt, expected to be fouled. Instead, it's knocked out of bounds.
Good defense by the Colts.
Socrates Bullis with the knockout of bounds. Adam Kaufman will call a timeout again. 22 seconds left. So, again, a lot of time off the clock, and the Tigers have added to their lead. They're now up 5.
And really, like I said, you got the blueprint to a victory here on the road in front of you. Make these free throws, defend the 3 so far in the last 20 seconds or so of this fourth quarter, which, again, we've seen a very slow 20 seconds go by because of the fouls and stoppage and plays. They've done that, hasn't been. They made 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Connor Ryan was, rather. But you're not giving up that 3 ball. There's no threes here in the fourth quarter for Chartiers Valley so far.
One thing I want to note, and that's a good point you sort of mentioned, you don't stop defending when you're on defense because you don't want to foul. Pipolo came up after that missed second free throw, and they did not give him anything. They were on him.
Right.
And now they do have fouls to give, or a foul to give, but still they did not allow him to just come down and chuck an open 3.
Yeah, you gotta still defend even latter half of the game here, and for Moon, even when they had a chance for a breakaway play, they held back and they stayed conservative.
Inbound to Connor Ryan. Fouled immediately.
And when I say conservative, Don, you don't want a full court pass. They've had a couple cherry pickers, if you will, get quick points, but then you're risking the chance for a turnover. You're risking a chance for the Colts to come through, knock the ball away, get a turnover, and they pop a 3. Look out, you got a ball game. Here's the guy you probably don't want at the free throw line, even though he went 1 and 2 on his last trip, is Connor Ryan, the big explosive offensive player for the Tigers. Well, there you go.
He misses, but Sunday, inexplicably, with the rebound, and he is fouled.
Yeah, he stuck in there, didn't he? And who was beside him there for Chartiers Valley? Looked like 13. That's Beatty, Griffin Beatty. He's a little slow to get there, Don, and behind him, Sunday came out of nowhere and made the rebound.
Sunday misses a 1-on-1, so Char Valley gets it. Quickly down the floor, Pipolo lost it, but Reynolds gets it. And now ball knocked out of bounds again. Moon defending, Gianni Smith with the knockout. And only 11 seconds left. So the Colts need a quick bucket. Doesn't have to be a 3, but you need something quick right here. Lob, Pipolo, layup good. And Tim McConnell calls time. So that's what they needed.
Yep.
Only 2 seconds off the clock. You now make it a 1-score game. The problem, though, with giving them 2 free throws, even though first it was Ryan and then Sunday that missed the 1-on-1, now when you foul them, double bonus, Moon will be shooting 2.
Yeah, and the hope here is they miss both, right?
Yeah.
Keep it a 3-point game, then it's game on. You get a 3 and extend this contest into overtime. But really one free throw here, and those odds are going to go quite up in your favor to win this game. Strategy. Basketball is such a game of strategy, right? I mean, every sport is, but basketball, you can really come down to the seconds. You can really have your strategy and still pull it off. 1 second in basketball, of course, you'd be amazed. You see the highlights all the time at any level.
Right here, Char Valley needs a turnover or a steal. They get it into Connor Ryan, fouled immediately. Now, keep in mind, Ryan has missed his last 2 free throws. And that's what the Colts need with 8.6 seconds left, down 3.
I was pumping him up. Connor Ryan talking about how well offensively, and he has had a huge offensive night here tonight. 19 points, but a couple, he's going to look back, as is Coach Kaufman, at these free throws and really think like, man, he shot a little bit better from the charity stripe. He's going to make that one there.
And that's a big one. That one likely sealing the deal.
4-point game, 8.6 seconds to go.
Hits them both. Again, pressure by Moon. Pipolo, mid-court, uses his dribble, has to get it up the floor. It's Bullis. Now Reynolds launches a 3, beats the buzzer, but all that's going to affect is the final result. Reynolds gets the 3 and makes the final score. The Moon Tigers 50. The Chartiers Valley Colts 48. It's WPIAL Basketball 2018. Postgame coming up here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
AstroTurf, a pioneer in sports surfacing, proudly supports high school athletics. Visit one of their 280 fields in the tri-state area to see their cutting-edge technology. AstroTurf's focus on R&D enables them to provide innovative surfaces that protect athletes and stand the test of time. AstroTurf now propels performance with iconic turf fields and legendary Recor-Tan tracks. They manufacture, build, and maintain a full range of turf and track systems for total quality control. Learn more at astroturf.com.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveSYou.
Carlo University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Inside the WPIAL Wrestling Circle every Monday at 7 o'clock on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Each week, we'll take a look at the latest happenings on the mat from around the WPIAL, talk with coaches, and get you set for what's to come as the season rolls on. Come out and see us every Monday as the show we broadcast live from 40 Bar and Grill just west of Washington on Route 40. Inside the WPIAL Wrestling Circle every Monday night at 7 o'clock only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment. Lifestyles. Opinion. Weather. Photo galleries. Video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
For a weekly in-depth look at boys and girls high school basketball in the district, log on to the WPIAL Round Ball Report every Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Join experts Chris Harlan, Sean Myers, and James Dotson for coaches' interviews and the latest hoops news around the WPIAL. Oh, and Don Rebel is back on the show as well. That's the WPIAL Round Ball Report, Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Back at Chartiers Valley High School. Don Rebel, Ed Troup, Jess Levo, our videographer extraordinaire. A good one in Class 5A, Section 2. A game of runs, and Moon wins 50-48. Really mid-fourth quarter, going on their final run, the run that they would need to up that lead to about 6, and then held on, did a great job. Maybe not from the free throw line, Ed, but did a great job. That almost killed an entire minute before they were into the bonus, which I thought was a huge thing in this game. Hopefully Adam Kaufman will be on his way up and we could talk about that. But did a great job of killing time. And the one thing I also loved, and we saw it at the very end there, they defended. Chartiers Valley needed to do things quickly, but Moon wouldn't allow them. Joe Pipolo comes up, and he is stood up at midcourt, has to get rid of the ball, ate up the rest of the time. Yeah, Reynolds hits the three at the buzzer, but too little, too late.
Yeah, too little, too late. And, Don, you're exactly right. In that third quarter, Moon, which in the first half they did so well, they really shut down Chartiers Valley underneath in the paint. They played really good defense in the paint. They limited them pretty much to have to shoot from the outside. But Chartiers Valley was cold in the first half. Only 8 points in the first, 6 points in the second. Third quarter, much different story. Moon stays in that defense. They defend well underneath, but they force against Chartiers Valley to shoot from the outside. But this time they make it, right? They go on that tear. They hit 6 threes. They outscore Moon 23-11. They take that lead into the fourth quarter. But in the fourth quarter, you're right, Moon, they now got to the outside. They limited Chartiers Valley to really no threes. They pick up the Reynolds three at the buzzard. Yep. It's not a factor. It doesn't matter. Other than that, no threes really given up by the Moon Tigers in that fourth quarter. And they outscore them 16-11 on their way to a big 2-point victory here on the road tonight, and they sweep Chartiers Valley in the regular season.
That's the beauty of the game. What we saw in the first 2 quarters, Chartiers Valley, not a whole lot of offense. Then it's like they hit a switch. They were lights out from beyond the arc. The big third quarter, and then it was almost like, okay, well, the light bulb just burned out in the fourth quarter, and they went back to their struggles where they were getting some open looks but just couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And, I was really impressed tonight by Connor Ryan as well, because when they needed Connor Ryan the most, the Moon Tigers got the performance out of him. He had 4 points in the first half, but had poured it on in the second half, scoring 17 points, and 10 of those coming in the third quarter, but more importantly, really heating it up from the outside in that fourth quarter. Did Connor Ryan. Made some really nice plays defensively, Don, forced some turnovers underneath, and really crashed the boards on every play, kept the basketball alive multiple times, and comes out here tonight and plays really, really well for the Moon Tigers in this victory.
All right, Coach Kaufman has made his way up. We'll figure out.
Congrats, Coach. Nice job.
Good job, Adam. Good.
Get you into our shot here. You can see the
no one wants to look at me.
Come on, man. You got that red shirt on?
Yeah.
Come on.
Get in here, brother.
Down here, brother. Come on.
Yeah. There you go. Good job, Coach.
Congratulations. One of the things we were talking about was your defense. And the one thing I liked was in the fourth quarter when you guys took the lead and it became a battle of you playing keep away and you making free throws to try to seal the deal. You guys never stopped defending. Even on the last drive, they're down 5. They got to get a quick bucket after the free throws, and yet you wouldn't let Pipolo get past half court. I thought your defense was tremendous.
I thought we played really good defense for most of the game. They went off in the third quarter, and they're really good, and obviously they're really well coached. But I thought we had a few breakdowns on things we practice a lot and things we did really well in the first half. And we showed our chest to the ball handler a couple times, and they had some kickouts for threes. And, Chartiers Valley, they've known it for 30 years. When they hit 1 or 2 like that, 4 or 5 more are coming.
Yeah.
And, to get where we hope to ultimately get, we can't have those breakdowns and beat good teams when it really, really counts.
Coach, I thought it was interesting, Don, that you and I talked about during the broadcast. They come out, shoot lights out in that third quarter, make all those threes. But you were calm, no timeout. You didn't stop the game. You let it go on. You let your players continue to go out there, try to defend, make some adjustments.
Very trusting.
Yeah, very trusting.
Well, first of all, it's because I'm stupid. And secondly,
well, we didn't say that.
I do trust them. We've been in quite a few of these games this year with them earlier in the season. I trust the guys to make the right play and make the right decision. And to be honest with you, I kind of was fortunate to have those timeouts late in the fourth quarter to make sure we were trying to get the ball in the right guy's hands on the side outs and the baseline outs and stuff like that.
Right.
A lot of times, though, we that's one thing we never talk about is the rationale of timeouts. Like, I've been doing this long enough. I'll see some timeouts or I'll be expecting timeouts that never come. And yet there are times where I see timeouts and I'm thinking, well, that was really a strange time to take a timeout.
Yeah.
But, again, you're not in the huddle, so you can't judge too much. But, a lot of times in that situation where they start hitting threes, it's not so much you want to, get your team and sort of kick them in the butt. Sometimes it's just, let's try to
cool them off.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I really felt like it was a big product of our execution defensively, and I kind of trusted our guys that they would get back into doing what we do and what they did in the first half. And ultimately, I think about it different than a lot of people. But we focus so much on our half-court defense, probably more than a lot of teams. And if you can't trust the one thing you work on constantly, then what do you really trust as far as how you guys play and your execution? So that was my thinking on it. I'd rather save it for some moments where, who knows, maybe we get an opportunity on a side out or a baseline out, or we need to run a play in a half court. I always like to have a few in my pocket down the stretch just in case.
Coach Kaufman, awesome job defensively underneath. We talked about it really in the paint. I mean, you really, especially in that first half, you limited Chartiers Valley to 8 points in the first, 6 in the second. We know about the third, the lights out, but then back in the fourth, limited them to 11. What type of defense do you guys run underneath there in the paint? Dawn and I were talking about during the broadcast. We were trying to figure it out. You did a good job of disguising it. It looked like a little bit of zone, a little bit of man, almost a mix.
Well, there's a little bit of switching, and it's different based on personnel. Certain guys will try to fight the front of the post. Certain guys will play behind, depending on who they're throwing it to. It's a lot of scouting stuff, and we were lucky to have a couple days to prepare for this one, so we could do different things. It's a little harder, like we play again tomorrow, so it's a little more difficult. We don't have any prep time to prepare some things, so tomorrow will probably be a little more base with what we do.
Cool.
Talk about Connor's special skill set of being able to work majestically at times, offensively, down on the post. He gets into situations, whether he's driving the baseline or getting an offensive rebound, where he is able to do things the big men can't do, and that smaller guys don't try to do, as far as getting in a good position for a better shot.
Well, mostly he does those because he's trying to give his coach a heart attack. The up and unders and the Michael Jordans and stuff is definitely not my style. But he's a really crafty kid, a very athletic kid, and he cares as much as anybody. And I'm really happy for him to be having the year he's having this year, because he puts a lot of time into it. He always puts his teammates first, and he's very deserving of everything he's doing. He grew up around basketball his whole life, and I'm sure a lot of that rubbed off on him.
You got some key players who played a key role in your championship run a year ago, but you also lost some key parts of that tremendous season from a year ago. How different is this team compared to that team a year ago?
Oh, it's night and day.
Yeah.
I mean, just Jared inside, he hit a lot of deficiencies. We have to be a lot better on the ball defensively this season. We have to box out a lot better. We don't have anyone back there.
And are you to your satisfaction at this point?
Oh, no. We can win a state championship. I won't be. You know me. We're getting better, and the guys, they are really working at it. They're very coachable. I honestly haven't had this much fun coaching a team in a long time. They do everything we ask them to do, and then some. And I think they play really, really hard. I know a lot of teams play really hard, but that's not always a given in today's day and age. And I think these guys do that. So at the end of the day, really, what more could you ask for? They give you everything they have.
Given the history of Chartiers Valley, Dawn and I were talking about it as well during the game. When you think high school basketball, Chartiers Valley, Coach McConnell always comes to the top. We now have deemed Moon and Coach Kaufman getting towards that category, and what you guys have been able to do.
Don't even start that stuff.
No, before the last few years, what you guys have been able to do. But really, sweeping Chartiers Valley, now you get that behind you. You're 2-0 on the season with them. How big tonight to come in here on the road? You already beat them at home, of course, in a close one. You come out here on the road, but speak to the volume of that, of coming on the road and now sweeping Char Valley.
For me personally, Coach McConnell, I went to his basketball camp.
Yeah.
I'm a very big fan of him. I have the utmost respect for him and the program he's built. A lot of guys can do it for stretches. He's done it for almost, I hope he doesn't get mad at me, almost as long as I've been alive. There's not a lot of guys that do that anymore. So for him to have as many wins and as much success as he's had for as long as he's had, that's not an accident. That's because he knows what he's doing and he runs a great program.
Yeah. Sure.
So for me personally, this is great. It's a great win. But for the team, we have to get ready for tomorrow. We play West Allegheny
quick
tomorrow.
Turnaround.
Yeah, they're really, really good. So we need to take the day-by-day approach and prepare tomorrow and play the same way tomorrow and hopefully come out on top again.
Excellent.
The shirt doesn't get any redder. and the wins don't get any bigger.
I'm hiding the gray hair. I'm hoping everyone looks at the shirt and not the hair.
I like that. I'm going to have to use that theory myself.
I don't have hair, so I don't have to worry about it, buddy.
That's right. Adam, congratulations on the success thus far this season and the big win here tonight.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you. Have a
nice
good
job,
one.
Coach. Good luck.
Good job. Tell Johnny we said hello tomorrow.
That's it.
All right, Adam Kaufman, our post-game interview sponsored by Carlow University, proud sponsor of all girls high school sports, including the upcoming playoffs here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Earlier tonight, Chartiers Valley girls beat Moon girls, by the way, in the game that preceded this one. Here, it's reversed. Moon beats Chartiers Valley. Let's get the final numbers. Sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, powering the Stay Strong and Play On program with the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Edward.
Yeah, Don, leading all scorers here tonight actually for Chartiers Valley was Joe Pipolo. He had 22 points, the lead all scorers, and we'll just go through the Chartiers Valley scoring after that. 14 points tonight for Brandon Reynolds. He comes and plays pretty well. Hit 3 threes in the second half, 2 in that third quarter. 8 points tonight for Sean Bannis, and Griffin Beatty with 4 points as well for the Chartiers Valley Colts. Leading all scorers on the Moon side for them is Connor Ryan. We just talked to Coach Kaufman about Connor Ryan and some of the stuff he was able to do. 21 points tonight. Big second half coming from him as he had 17 points here in the second half. 10 points for Brady Sunday as well for the Moon Tigers. 9 points for Gianni Smith. Austin Ryan chipped in 6 points. 2 points for Nate D'Amico and another 2 points for Peyton Jones. Score by quarters for Moon, 15 in the first, 8 in the second, 11 in the third, and 16 in the fourth. Chartiers Valley, 8 in the first, 6 in the second, 23 in the third. That was the big third quarter with all the threes. Another 11 in the fourth for a total of 48. Moon, 13-2, 5-1 in section play. Dawn. Chartiers Valley, 7-7, 4-3 in section play. Moon hitting on all cylinders so far this year. Chartiers Valley, it's a good basketball team we saw here tonight. And again, with Coach McConnell, the legendary coach, he'll have these guys ready for the postseason. And we know once you get into the postseason, those records don't matter anymore. You can make a run.
One of the great new sponsors we have here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, 380 Discount Warehouse in Murraysville. They carry a full line of brand new furniture at discount pricing. 380 Discount Warehouse carries Ashley, Liberty, Vaughn Bassett, and Best Home Furniture. Much, much more. You can special order your furniture at discount pricing. And while you're there, shop at their many other departments: tools, automotive, food, pet and wildlife. That's Ed's favorite. Household goods.
Absolutely.
Cleaning supplies, lawn and garden, seasonal holiday decorations. Visit them on the web, shop380.com. or on the road on Route 380 in Murraysville, open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 to 5. Shop 380 Discount Warehouse and save big. Chartiers Valley falls to 4-3, 7-7 overall. Timmy McConnell's team, not too much time to lick their wounds, off tomorrow, but back here Thursday. They will host the number one team in the classification, the Mars Fightin' Planets. As Coach Kaufman said, less time for Moon. They host West Allegheny in a makeup game tomorrow at Moon. Friday, they're also home at Moon when they host the Hampton Talbots, another team in the mix as far as Section 2 is concerned. So 2 more big section games for the Tigers coming up. Moon, by the way, now 5-1, 13-2 for the season. Final thoughts, Edward?
Moon Tigers getting it done here. They sweep. I know we asked Coach Kaufman there at the end, and he gave a coach type of response. That's exactly what I thought he would say. It's a big win, but they got to move on. They got to get ready for tomorrow night. But make no mistake about it. Being able to sweep any team in section play gives you an advantage. But against Chartiers Valley, a little bit different. So I think the Moon Tigers really control their own destiny. They'll, as you said, they'll meet Mars one more time this season. That'll obviously play out to see what happens here in Section 2. But Chartiers Valley, I was impressed by their fight, coming out of the locker room here, Dawn, in the third quarter, hitting those big threes. They had the momentum, and they made this a close game. And, again, with Coach McConnell, they will definitely be a playoff team to be reckoned with come the postseason. They are not the type of team that is going to finish, fourth place or third place in this section and then bounce out early. He'll have these guys ready to go for the postseason for sure.
We thank the good folks here at Chartiers Valley for their hospitality. Jess Levo, wonderful job as always on video.
Absolutely.
My broadcast partner, Ed Troup, thank you.
Thanks, Don. Always a pleasure. Enjoyed it.
For the gang, I'm Don Rebel. Thanks for tuning in. Our final score, once again here this evening, the Moon Tigers 50 and the Chartiers Valley Colts 48.
You have been listening to WPIAL Basketball 2017-2018 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, by AstroTurf, by Carlow University, proud sponsor of the 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs, and by Trib Total Media. You can follow the 2017-2018 WPIAL boys and girls basketball season every day by logging on to tribhssn.triblive.com. The preceding has been a special presentation of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.